Inflation is defined as a persistent and sustained increase in the aggregate or average price level of goods and services in an economy, and inflation implies that there is an increase in the cost of living that causes lower purchasing power.
There are four stages of calculating CPI. Firstly, selecting a base year that everything that compare to. Secondly, selecting the CPI basket of goods and services. Then, conducting the monthly prices of selected goods. Lastly, giving the weightage of the relative importance for each category of goods and services.
To calculate the inflation rate, we must calculate the CPI first. The meaning of the CPI is the current price index. The formula of the current year price index is year price must divide base year price and then times 100%. Then we can get the current year price index.
So I will continue about rate of inflation. We can use CPI to measure the rate of inflation, the percentage of price change from one year to another by using this formula. CPI current minus CPI previous divided previous year and times to 100%. So this is the inflation rate for 2020, which is negative 1.14%. 2031 is 2.48%, and lastly for 2022 is 3.38%.
Good morning to Mr. Saiful. My name is Muhammad Anik. I'm gonna answer the question B, which is effect of inflation. I have 7 points to answer your question. First one is decreasing purchasing power. 2. Uncertainty. 3. Interest rates. 4. Fixed income groups. 5. Distort saving and investment. 6. Wealth redistribution. 7 is international trade. So for the first one is decreasing purchasing power, which is as a price rise, each unit of currency buys a fewer goods and service, which can reduce the standard of living for individual and lead to a decrease in real wages. 2. Uncertainty. High and unpredictable inflation rate can lead to economic uncertainty. Businesses may struggle to set price and make investment decisions. Number 3 is interest rate. A central bank may respond to high inflation by raising interest rates to curb it. Higher interest rates can increase the cost of borrowing, reducing consumer spending and business investment. Number 4, fixed income group. Inflation can be particularly hard on those living on fixed income, such as retirees. Their purchasing power may decline if their income remains unchanged. So number 5 is distort saving and investment. Inflation can distort saving and investment decision. For example, people may seek higher return on their saving to keep pace with rising prices, potentially taking on more risk. Next is wealth redistribution. Inflation can redistribute wealth. Debtors can benefit from inflation because they repay loans with money that had decreased in values, while creditors suffer from decrease in the real value of the money they receive. So, for the last one, number 7 is international trade. Inflation can affect exchange rates and countries competitively in international trade. In inflation is higher in one country than in its trading partner. Its currency may weaken, affecting export and import. So that's all from me. I pass to next person to continue answer your question.
Thank you to Mr. Anik. So I will continue to the question C, which is the effective solution to curb inflation in Malaysia. I have 7 points to explain to Mr. Saiful. So the first one is monetary policy. Monetary policy, the Central Bank of Malaysia, Bank Negara Malaysia, can use monetary policy tools like interest rate and reserve requirement to manage inflation. Raising interest rate can help reduce inflation by discouraging borrowing and spending. The second is fiscal policy. So the government can use fiscal policy measures to control inflation, such as reducing government spending and raising tax to reduce aggregate demand in the economy. The third one is exchange rate policy. Managing the exchange rate can be important in a country like Malaysia, which is highly dependent on international trade. A stable exchange rate can help manage import inflation. The fourth is supply side policy, addressing supply side factors that drive inflation, such as disruptions in the supply chains, can help mitigate inflationary pressures. This might involve improving infrastructure, reducing red tape, and increasing productivity. The fifth is wage and price control. In extreme case, wage and price controls can be implemented, but these are often seen as a last resort due to their potential negative consequence on the economy. The sixth one is target subsidy. The government can consider target subsidy to alleviate the burden of vulnerable population, ensuring they can afford essential goods and services. And the last one is enhancing competition. Promoting competition in various sectors can help control price and prevent monopolistic pricing behavior. That's all from us. Thank you.